Hello and welcome again to the Karate 360 podcast, where we bring you all the latest and greatest news in the karate world. I'm one of your hosts, Kalan Anglos.
I'm Richard Mosdell.
We got lots to talk about here, so let's get her going.
Karate 360, let's start the show. You will kick high and I will sweep low. From local to global, it's a thing that we love. Karate!
Sanroku Maru, Maru, Maru.
Not bringing us back for the choir, are they?
They're not going to bring us back to the choir. We're not going to make it on Canadian Idol or any of that kind of stuff. You might, although I hear your karaoke is quite good.
The auto-tune really helps
legends.
Me. Yeah, it's Thing of Legends. It's true.
Have I told you that there's a karaoke in here in Victoria?
Let's go right now.
Right now.
I can do it.
All right, that's the end of this Karate 360 podcast, guys.
We'll just carry it
next week. Hey, we wouldn't be the first time.
No, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
Actually, and I have witness of this coming. His name is Pete Williams. He's a third-degree black belt in Japan. He was working for me. He was training with me, and he's coming here when Arakawa Sensei and 13 University Karate students are coming here in 2 weeks.
Oh, crazy. 2 weeks. Man.
Pete is my karaoke teammate. He's part of the
duet.
Yeah, part of the duet. We call him part of the battalion.
Okay.
The expat battalion.
Okay. Pete and Rich.
Pete and Rich.
I don't know.
Yeah. Me, well, I'm Richard, and there's a guy named Rich Hesselton.
Oh, right. Okay.
And there's Brent Regan, there's Nick Smith.
So there's a whole band.
Oh, yeah. We had we called it the regiment.
The regiment.
The regiment.
I like that.
Yes. That's right, boys. One for the regiment. We have a regimental song, and you only get to know the song when you come to karaoke with us. And it's the greatest song ever. We know. No, I always say this, and everyone rolls their eyes like, was it John Bon Jovi? Like, whatever. I'm like, it is so much great. And then after we sing the regimental song at the end, every single person for their first time goes, that was the greatest song ever. It's really hilarious.
So it's an actual song. You didn't write this song. It's like
it is an actual song.
Obviously.
It's an actual song. Mm-hmm. It's what's really hilarious is the Japan karaoke machines and centers actually had it.
Okay.
But there's kind of a thing for that group that there's a lot of stuff in Japan where they love things that's overseas or a certain part. Anyway.
Okay.
If you ever come to karaoke with us, we will sing it.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Yep.
I also have been known to sing karaoke from time to time.
Right on.
Not great, but I've been known to sing.
We have a karaoke machine here.
Oh, I know we do. I know we do.
Yet unused.
Speaking of karaoke machines,
yes,
lots going on in the karate world.
Holy moly.
Like that transition?
Exactly. Well, in Japan, you go train, you go to dinner, and you go to karaoke.
Yes, that's right.
So there is a connection.
There is a connection there. But we got, holy smokes, lots going on. Things are absolutely tearing away now. We got, on the world stage, we got the K1.
Yes.
Open this weekend. We'll talk about that here in a second, our Karate Global News. But also we have BC team training and fitness testing again happening next weekend. Massive. Are you going? Are you coming to Vancouver or no?
No, I have to do a belt test.
Right, that's right. Belt test is next Saturday. But what about Nanaimo? You coming on Sunday?
I might.
Okay.
Might.
No problem. Just thought I'd ask you now on live.
Well, this weekend, I'm going to go to Prince George and do a training camp.
Nice. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
With Ken Corrigan and Warren Grafton and the guys.
Yeah.
Snowing up there.
Crazy.
Yep. So.
Hey. Speaking of which, on the West Coast, we survived the great tsunami of 2018.
That's right.
I woke up the day before yesterday, walk into work. Did you hear about the tsunami? I said, what are you talking about? And I looked at my phone, and there was a tsunami warning, middle of the night.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Did you actually get an alert on your phone?
No.
Okay, so when I was in Japan, before the major earthquake in 2011, every once in a while, your phone would actually go, meep, 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 meep. You're like, I didn't set the alarm. No, that's earthquake alarm.
Yeah.
And then like a second later, the ground would shake.
Whoa, crazy.
And then after the earthquake, the major earthquake, you can look at it. I put it on my website. Sometimes 500 earthquakes a day.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
And so people started having post-traumatic stress syndrome because eat. So yeah, tsunami, which kind of got me worried. Like, where was the center of the earthquake?
I think it was like Alaska, close to Alaska, on the coast of Alaska or something like that.
Ring of fire.
Yeah, and it was felt down, but obviously it wasn't. I mean, it was like a 7.9.
If we had known, we would run to the beach, stand in our kibidachi.
That's right, and
punch the waves.
That's right.
Yes.
Speaking of alerts, I think it was like maybe a couple weeks ago or a week ago that Hawaii got that false alarm missile alert.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy because people were like, I actually trained a guy who had some family in Hawaii, and they were like calling home saying, like this is it. Like there's a missile coming to Hawaii, and we might not be coming home. And I guess people were freaking out, running for
putting their kids in sewers.
Yeah, like it's just crazy. And then it's like, oh, false alarm. Like, well, not false alarm, but you know,
it was supposed to be. What was it? It's supposed to be a test or something like that. But he clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, that's what they said.
What did they say?
That's what they said. I think there's something else fishy going
Conspiracy theory. Let's just freak the population out a little more.
Yeah.
In Japan, after the earthquake, I remember Arakawa Sensei's like, well, we'll just go back to the dojo and just keep training. And I remember,
if we're going out, we may as well go out training.
He's like, we can't really do anything, and probably it's better just to people to train and get rid of some tension and just move on.
Yeah. So there you go, and lots of stuff happening here locally. We got the new schedule that is going to be happening. Maybe we can't talk about it too much. But it has not finalized. Obviously.
We have not finalized our club schedule, but every March we update it.
Yeah,
and we have a really interesting.
So basically, we're just looking at upping up our sports karate program and our high performance program and our adults.
Holy cow! Adults, kids, high performance, new staff.
Yeah,
huge. And the gym's going to get updated.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
Yeah.
And I think just looking into the future here, we're going to go into spring, and now a lot of the big international events are going to start happening.
That's right.
And we're going to nationals.
And we're going to nationals in Halifax.
That's right.
In March.
Exactly.
That's right. Now we go to nationals March. I can't remember. We fly out on the Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
I think you saw that. I can't remember what it is. March, the first Tuesday, I think, of March. And then we get back, and then the following weekend, I'm going to Salmon Arm to do the testing on the boxing athletes.
Boxing Canada.
I told you about this, right? Yeah. So, the way boxing does it, it's really cool, actually. They have their provincial and national regional trainings. They have everybody go, so everybody in BC, everybody in Alberta, in each province goes to a specific training center, and they all get together, and they're there for a week. They train every day. They have workshops, seminars, fitness testing in this case. And they all are together for 1 week. They're bunking together. They're in dorms, and it's just like the head coach of Karate Canada said that it's just really like brings the whole team together, like they're just ready to go type thing. So I'm going to Salmon Arm to do fitness testing on them. Not actually fitness testing. We're going to do some physical demands analysis, similar to what we did here, heart rate monitors, accelerometers, force transducers, trying to see how hard they punch. Again, basically trying to see what it takes to perform in boxing. And then we're going to use that to put together a fitness test at a later date. So I'm going to be doing that, just like testing, throwing stuff all their athletes. I think they have 50 to 60 athletes, and they're going to be testing them all, basically. And then they also want me to give a talk, a workshop on the effects of alcohol.
There's effects of alcohol?
Several.
Aren't there just good effects?
They're just good ones. Make it all around better.
Yes.
On performance. So, that's coming up, right? Like, get back from nationals. I think 2 days later, I'm off to Salmon Arm and doing that whole thing. So
isn't
it'll be
that great?
A busy March.
I always think, like, I wonder what's coming down the pipe, and then every month seems to be busier.
I try not to think about what's coming down the pipe.
I know, it's weird. It's like
there's always something coming.
Well, we made a whole year schedule this time.
Yeah.
Like, we had to think about it all the way to December about what we want to do, and I think it was good because people could see stuff that was happening.
For sure. I mean, it's a good problem to have, right?
Well, it's
more things coming.
It's hopefully the great thing to have. Like,
let's
do events. Let's put things on.
Totally. Yeah.
Shall we dive into some news?
Sure. Let's get into our little bit of Karate Global News. Okay, so this week, Karate Global News, we have to talk about the Paris Open. That's the big thing happening. It starts this weekend.
People are flying there today.
That's right. Today, which is January 25th. This is Thursday. By the time this comes out on Monday, the tournament will already be underway, finishing off, actually. So, this weekend is going to be crazy. We'll talk about the results on next week's episode when we have them. But right now, what do we know before? Well, we know it's happening January 26th, 27th, this weekend in Paris. It's going to be probably the biggest event of all time, probably, for karate. It's going to be absolutely...
Bigger than the Worlds?
Maybe not bigger than the Worlds. I'm not sure. It's going to be the biggest K1 event. So far, it says there's going to be almost 800 athletes from 81 countries.
Wow.
And it's just going to be crazy. It's the first big event of the year, the Paris Open. I know Karate Canada locally is sending a group of guys and women, a team there. And it's going to be big. Of course, it's also big because it's the first event in the 2018 year to prepare for Tokyo 2020, of course, right? So this is kind of really setting the stage for the competitive season. So far, they have confirmed that all of the defending world champions are going to have already been registered, so they're all going to be there. Rafael Agaev is going to be there, Ryo Kiyuna, Kyo Shimizu, they're all going to be there, and they're also going to be wearing, remember the grand winners that they gave out there in like November? Remember that? The K1 grand winners, Damian Kantaro, I know Ruta Raga was there, as well as Ayumi Yukusa. The grand winners from last year, they all get a special jersey. Did you see these?
I did not see that.
Yeah. So they have
swag.
Swag. Every year they're going to do this. Airwaza's giving them a jersey that has gold embroidery on the shoulders, and that's like the
it's like the Tour de France, like yellow shirt.
Yeah, kind of like the red yellow jacket type thing. That's a good thing. Yeah, look at you outside of karate. You're dropping some things outside of karate even. Yeah. So they got nice gis on, new gis, and it's going to be good. One thing that I found out is that what did I find out last year at the Paris Open? Almost half the competitors, over half the competitors, were 24 years old or younger.
Wow.
Yeah, so a young age group, and it might be the same this year too. So young competitors coming up. But
I wonder if some of those divisions sway, like some are much younger than others. Like
I'm sure, yeah. I don't know. I'm sure. I mean, they're not all the same, but
or like Kata is older, but Kumite is younger. Or...
How old is Araga?
Araga is in his late 20s now. I think.
Yeah, 28, 29. I think. Oh man. Agaev, holy smokes!
He's got to be around 30.
Yeah, I think he might even be a little older than 30. As
well, what's interesting, who's going to be at this event? Most likely in this pool of athletes are people who are going to show up at 2020.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and they're definitely going to be there. Of course, Japan dominated in 2017.
Yes,
we'll see what happens this year. Last year they won 5 out of the total 13 gold medals at the Paris Open. So
wow.
We'll see. Starts on Friday, so this Friday, January 26th. Says at 9 o'clock.
Can you watch it on WKF?
Time. Yeah, you can watch it on the WKF TV or whatever it's called, WKF live stream. So, yeah, there you go. The first K1 of the year. It's going to be a big one. Yeah, it says here, the final day of competition. So just the final day will be available to a worldwide viewing audience on karateworld.tv and on many TV networks around the world, apparently. So there you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a big event.
And this time next week, we'll be talking about results.
We'll go over all the results, everything.
So you can find a few really interesting matches.
Yeah, and see how things set up as they go into the next one. The next K1, I think, is in February.
So let's talk. Let's do something practical, helpful here. Let's drop some helpful stuff. How should you watch a major event overseas?
You go to the karate.
So you got to get the schedule.
Sure, you got to know what it is.
You got to know what's good. So some people might not know what it is. So first, you got to know the time difference.
Yes. Yeah.
Where it is. You got to go onto the WKF website, which will then take you to the tournament website.
Yes.
And you got to get the schedule of when the different divisions are on. That's the second thing.
Yes.
Then you got to go to like Karate Canada and Karate USA's website and get the list of athletes.
Yes.
Hopefully that's in their news.
Yes. Well, or Sport Data.
Or Sport Data. Actually, yeah. So if you go to the Sport Data website,
easier.
Yeah, you can also see that too. That's right. So you've got your schedule, you've got your athletes you want to follow, because you can't watch it all. It's just like 4 days of just 12 hours a day of footage.
Yeah, Sport Data to know that where
the schedule is, and then where your athletes are. Then got to figure out if you have to pay for the WKF video.
Yes, which I think you do.
Which you do.
Yeah.
And then you figure out the time difference, and then you figure out where you're going to be and how you're going to sit.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you can't DVR it.
No. Nope. No. I think you can watch with the Karate TV. You can watch the archive videos after the event has ended, but yeah, you can't DVR it or PVR it or whatever.
So that's what you got to do if you want to follow the action. Yes.
And be ready.
It needs to be a little simpler.
I agree. I think we should just go maybe all through Sport Data. I don't know, but I think it's good and helpful to just have everything in one spot.
Yeah, you should look at the schedule, click on it, it takes you to the video.
There you go.
Done.
Good.
We'll fix it.
Also, not really Karate Global News yet, but later on this year in June is the 2nd annual Karate Canada Open
That's right.
How's the preparation for that
Started today and yesterday because I just put a bow on the BC Games.
Yeah, that's
Basically, that was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Canada Open just starting it. Actually, within a week or two, I think I'll even have all the stuff up online.
Awesome.
And go to the hundreds of clubs. Going to update some stuff. It's going to be great. Got a really cool new idea for streaming.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really cool. I can't tell anybody now.
You can't tell us.
Can't tell you.
You're just gonna tease us.
I'm gonna tease you. Gonna leave a cliff hanging. Yeah, it's a really. I got people already from overseas asking for their visas, like legitimate people. I have hundreds of people asking for visas, but I also have legitimate people asking for visas. So yeah.
All right, there it is. Why don't we move on to the next thing? So again, that's the Karate Global News of the week this weekend, the Paris Open. Let's get into a little bit of technical, tactical. That's you.
Right on. Hey.
Hey.
I don't think it's fair to yourself to disconnect the old brain a little bit and show up at the dojo and just think that the sensei is going to teach you for 3 hours and then give you everything you need, and then you get to walk out the door. It's not fair to your own brain, because you got to use your own brain. The best coach is yourself. And it's also, we have to recognize that the instructors have lots of things to do to keep the lights on.
Of course. Yep.
So if people want to train a lot, they need to and they can talk to their coach. They need to be in the gym. Right? They got to be in the gym, working out properly on their fitness training.
Yeah, for sure.
They got to be doing their self-practice. That's huge.
Yes.
Self-practice huge. And then...
So just practicing on their own.
Practicing on their own.
Yeah.
Okay?
In
the bag, doing the cut routines, training. When I think self-practice too, I think partner practice. You find a person, they say, hey man, can you hold the mitts for me?
Yeah.
Right? So I did for years and years in Japan. And then...
Self-practice basically meaning just self-guided.
Yeah, self-guided practice, right? So gym, self-guided practice. And then when you go to class, let's say even a sports karate class, then that's kind of like the check-in. That's the time when the team gets together, they train together, you get some feedback from the coach. You can't get 1,000 points from the coach. You can only get like 3 or 4 points, right? Of like real solid stuff. And then you go out and your fitness practice and your self-practice and your partner that's self-guided. A couple days later, you meet with your coach again. Until you're at the Olympic level where you've got a ton of support and the foundation, the club has a ton of support. Like my last job, like 9.5 years, almost 10 years of being in a high performance club where I did stand in the dojo for 3 hours, just 6 days a week. I was there. I was directing absolutely everything, but it was in a massive institution which could support that.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense.
It would never we could never have kept the lights on or gone to all those events if the rest of the 1,100 students wasn't paying for it, right? In just the regular school programs, and same with the university. So I think for anybody, whether you're an athlete training or you're in the club, it's really important to think you got fitness time, class time, self-practice. And then the last thing is, are you a karateka or a karate athlete?
What is the difference, Richard?
What is the difference, man?
Tell us, Richard.
In the old days, to call yourself a karate athlete was sacrilegious. And then it kind of changed because, why not? Think more clearly. Karateka has more of, a romantic idea.
Sure.
But it's also one where, and I don't think one over the other. That's just to start. But no one joins karate because they're going to be a karate athlete. They join because they want to get fit and healthy. The parents normally want them to get focused, be part of a group, think beyond themselves. And I think that's really important when we go back to being able to go between training and competition and between training and just traditional karate.
So that's like a karateka.
A karateka it's more than just thinking about competition. I was just talking to a really famous coach the other day, and he's like, all my top athletes just quit. They're done. They don't even transition to coaching. It's like 1 in 20 will transition to coaching if they really like it. And he's trying to think are we missing the karateka part of this?
Right.
Are we missing the journey? The karateka meaning the life journey part of this?
Karate Do is a lifetime study.
It's a lifetime study. You should think about it, and as the instructors, we should be able to offer. We should support both in parallel. I've always thought in parallel, never in conflict. In parallel, but then where's the life? Where's the life part of this? Where can we bring stuff in? So that's my technical tactical of just getting stronger, but also thinking more for yourself.
Yes. Self-guided practice.
Self-guided practice. You summed it all up. I should have said self-guided practice.
There you go. All right. Well, that leads right into my fitness training tip of the week. And this week, what I want to talk about is the number one muscle that you should activate prior to to training or competition that's going to improve your performance, and I'm going to tell you how to do it. So let me ask you, Richard, if there's one muscle in your body that you think you have to activate before. Now remember, before when you do your warm-up for anything, you're thinking about activating your muscles, not stretching them, because stretching them is going to relax them, and we don't want that before. We can do that after. Before, we want to activate our muscles. What muscle do you think is the most important for not just karate? It is for karate, but for performance in general.
Oh man, glutes or quads?
Good double guess. Your first guess was correct.
Was it glutes?
It's the glutes.
Man, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for calling. That's why you pay us the big bucks here.
There you go. So the glutes, or the butt muscles, as some people will call them, everything goes through the glutes. Everything comes through, because when we do sport performance, it all comes from the ground up, from their feet all the way through. But it has to go through the glutes, which are your thickest, strongest muscles. And a couple studies done at the University of Victoria. One was kind of looking at, looked at quad using EMG activity, so muscle activity, looking at the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, and as well as like the core, which is really all of that, but like the abs and that kind of stuff, which is producing the most tension or the most force during basic kind of sport movements, and the glutes are the most important. And if you activate them before, they're going to give you a greater power output after.
Wow.
So
what's a really good glute activator?
I'm glad you asked, Richard.
Because I'm going to do it tomorrow.
There you go. So again, another study done at the University of Victoria using EMGs. They did the same thing to see what is the best exercise to activate your glutes, and the best was lunges.
Cool.
Lunges. So walking lunges is a good way to do it, or also lunges where you step forward and push yourself back. So like step forward with one leg, lunge, and step yourself back to your starting line, then switch legs.
Like
forward.
Standing up starting line?
That's right. Standing at the starting line, lunge forward, push back to the starting line. Go to the other leg, lunge forward, step back to the other side. And then again, walking lunges as well.
So doing that tomorrow.
Those two.
Because we do lunges all the time in different varieties.
That's right. But the push back, the ones where you step forward and push back actually activate the glutes a little bit more. So you want to do those before you do your training as your warm-up, but also especially before you do competition. Make sure you're doing your lunges, because that's what's going to activate your glutes, and that's what's going to help your performance. You can do glute bridges as well, where you're just laying on your back and activating your glutes that way. But that's just isolating the glutes a little bit too much. You want to kind of get that pushing motion from the lunges as well. Okay. So a couple studies done at the University of Victoria to show what the number one muscle is to activate and how to do it. So activate those glutes, do your lunges.
Your glutes. So can I compliment people on good glutes? I'm just in trouble.
You should be careful with that.
You should be careful. Man, you have good activated glutes.
Although if you say, you're really activating your glutes well today.
Yes.
Sometimes people don't know what glutes are, though. So, gotta be careful.
I love in a kids class going
for sure don't say it in a kids class.
activate your glutes. No. I like teasing the kids don't kick him in the butt. Some kid will get or I'll be being a target and they'll kick me in the butt. And I go don't kick me in the butt.
You should say don't kick me in the gluteus maximus.
And I bet you a lot of kids actually know it because they joke about it. I should throw it on my son and see what happens.
Gluteus maximus.
Do you know what the gluteus maximus is?
Yeah. Don't forget the gluteus medius as well. Oh. There's a little small one on the side. That one's very important too.
Gluteus medius. Is that the one that gets really tight?
Yes, that is. It's actually really important for karate athletes. Actually, a little off topic here. Well, no, it's on topic, but not cool. Yeah. Anyway, the glute med, which is a little pocket on the muscle on the side of your hip. That's what could be affecting your side kick or your roundhouse kick if you can't quite kick high enough, or you feel like a stiffness in the hip. It's probably not the actual hip joint itself. It's probably your glute med, which means you got to do some glute med work, like some crab walks or some clamshells or something like that to work on that. You're getting two fitness training
tips for one.
Yeah, just the value.
Leave money in the tip jar on your way out the door.
Absolutely. There it is, my karate fitness training tip of the week.
Want to see something cool? Not my glutes. I got a new belt.
Ooh. If you guys are watching this, you can see it. It looks nice.
They bought 100,000 of these Wadokai badges.
Awesome.
It's going to take them 100 years to go through them.
So how long is it going to take you to whiten that baby up a little bit? To
3 days.
Wear? 3 days. Yeah. No, I believe it.
It was funny just the other day. One of the kids Sensei, your belt is broken. It wasn't worn out. It was it's broken because it was really wearing out the side. But in our club, and just for us, we're having this fun thing where when you get your black belt, you don't have to embroider it. You can do anything, right? But for us, we got on the wall now where we're separating in colors so people can see. Because we wanted, kids were okay, you get black belt, it's over. It's no. it's not over. There's
It never
more.
ends.
So we ordered this. So for the 5th and 6th degree black belts, this is going to be gold. And then I put this Japanese character at the end, which means go. So it means like Richard Mosdell the 5th.
Okay.
Which is so funny. Japanese are going to read it and go, Richard Mosdell the what? The 5th?
Oh, because 5th Dan.
5th Dan, right?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, some of the Japanese friends were like, it's not very cool to put like your rank on your belt. I'm like, I'm not in Japan, man.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care. Not in Japan. It's fun for us.
There you go. Nice belt.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. Well, that just about wraps up this episode of the Karate 360 podcast. But before we get in, we got to talk about upcoming events. Coming up this weekend, January 26th, 28th, is the first K1 Premier League of the year, the Paris Open. It's a big one. Make sure to watch that one. We'll go over the results next week. In February, it's packed full of events. The February 2nd to the 4th is the 45th annual EKF. That's the European Karate Federation Junior Cadet and U21 Championships in Sochi, Russia.
Oh, Hidden Worms.
What?
Did you see Icarus, that documentary about
I've heard it's
you
really
gotta
good.
watch it. It's awesome. It's long. I had to watch it. It took me 3 nights. So I can't watch TV just straight.
How long is it?
I don't know, like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So it took me like 3 nights.
Anything
Anyway,
over that 2 hours mark.
there's like the government actually and the KGB or whatever, they actually built these secret rooms where like they transferred clean and dirty urine and the wall would move and
I've
stuff.
heard it's really good. Anyways, other events coming up. February 9th to 11th is the first Series A of the year in Spain. And then the next K1 Premier League is February 16th to 18th in Dubai, the Dubai Open as well.
Wow.
So lots coming down.
I dropped it on work. I was like, I'm going to the World Championships.
Oh, yeah?
Kalan and I are going to do the podcast. Dropped it.
You dropped it on who?
Dropped it at work here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So I let
it know like that. I want to go.
It's known.
Because Nick came up and was like, man, you got to go to like Europe. They have this great coffee culture. You walk around, you drink coffee, you go the next thing.
Yeah, no, we'll go for the coffee.
Yeah, I'm like, really? Cool. He goes, you should go. Like, the moment like you think you got a week off, you should go. I have a week off at the end of October. I'm going.
Yeah, for the coffee. Yeah.
Coffee.
All right. Well, as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Absolutely.
This episode and all episodes, listening to us. And again, these episodes come out Monday mornings.
I hope you hear it clearly. If you don't hear it clearly, send us a message.
Yeah, send us a message. Understand that
some people hear it clearly on some systems, not on other systems. So let us know.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out. For sure, we'll figure it out.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks a lot.
We'll see you next week. I'm Kalan Anglos.
Mr. Mazo.
We'll talk to you later.
Sanrokumaru.